Good morning to all. Today we are going to be discussing about the topic simple prefix b plus tree. So let us start with the understanding of what is a simple prefix b plus tree. So here is a diagrammatic representation of a simple prefix b plus tree. So you should be aware of the lowest leaf nodes present here. These were the sequence set that we had studied in our previous concepts. Sequence set is nothing but the names of the record names that are being present. It is all present inside blocks and they are all arranged in an ascending order. Now, what is the concept of a simple prefix b plus tree? You can see here a B tree index is called as an index set. What is a B tree index? We have studied how to create an index for our sequence set. That index we have arranged it in the form of a tree. So this index is called as a index set. So this whole thing is called as a b plus tree, simple prefix b plus tree, and the indexes, the nodes which are consisting of the index is called as the index set. The index set along with this sequence set comprises your simple prefix b plus tree. These are the indexes that we had formed in our previous concepts. For each block, we are forming the index. For example, between block number 1 and block number 2, the index is BO. Between block number 2 and block number 3, the index is CAM. Like this, we have formed the indexes for all the blocks and formed this index set. So the combination of index set and the sequence set forms your simple prefix b plus tree. So the explanation is given here. The b tree index is called as the index set. The index set is nothing but it is given here in the graphical representation. Taken together with the sequence set, it forms a file structure called as simple prefix b plus tree. So as I told you, the leaf node is called as the sequence set combined with this index set, all the index set, it is forming a new file structure called as simple prefix b plus tree. Now, one property of simple prefix b plus tree they have given here. The index set is a B tree and a node containing of n separators branches to n plus 1 children. So you can count the number of separators that are present here: 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So they have told if a B tree is containing of n separators, here we are having 5 separators. So it is going to branch to n plus 1 children, that is 5 plus 1 children, that is 6 children. So you can count the number of sequence set, the number of blocks present in the sequence set: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So depending upon the number of index that are present, the branches, the child branches will be one more than the indexes present in your simple prefix b plus tree. So that is the property that I've given here. I hope the concept of what is a simple prefix b plus tree is understood. The combination of sequence set along with the index set. Index set is nothing but all the indexes of your sequence set combined with the sequence it forms your new file structures, that is your simple prefix b plus tree. So next we are going for the topic simple prefix b plus tree maintenance. How are we going to maintain the simple prefix b plus tree? So there are two ways of maintenance we are going to see. The first one is the changes that are localized to single block in a sequence set. So let's say we are deleting a record inside the block number 1. So if you're deleting a record between the blocks, between the record Adams and Byrne, so it is that you're deleting a record inside a block. So if you're deleting a record inside the block, the changes will not be reflected in the index set. It will be enclosed inside the sequence set itself. So that is the meaning of changes localized to single block in the sequence set. So you can see the explanation here. The deletion of Embry, let's say I want to delete a record called as Embry. So can you assume where this record will be found? Embry and Folks we want to delete. Now we have to find out where that particular record will be found. So now we can see that it is present between Dutton, Erwins and Evans. It is present between block 3 and block 4. If you are going to delete this Folks which is present, which may be present between block number 5 and block number 6, it is not going to cause any changes in the index set. The changes is going to be within the sequence set itself. So this is one kind of maintenance. The first kind of maintenance is the changes which are limited to the inside the blocks of the sequence set. It is not going to affect your index set. The second type of maintenance is changes involving multiple blocks in the sequence set. So here the deletion or the insertion was not causing the changes happening between the blocks. It was inside the blocks. But here, the second type of maintenance, what we are seeing is, it is involving multiple blocks in the sequence set. Now, the first case, what we are going to see is insertion. So how, when we are inserting a new record, how the changes is involving multiple blocks. Now, let us see an insertion into block number 1 causes a split and consequent addition of block number 7. So if you can see here, I have tried to add one more record. Previously, what were the records present? Adams and Byrne. Now I have tried to add one more record, let's say Avery. I've tried to add one more record called as Avery. Now, because we are adding one more record, this block number 1 is being split into 2. What is the new block that is created? Block number 7. So this is nothing but changes is involving multiple blocks. Okay, now because there is a new block that is created, it is leading for in another index set to be formed. You're trying to form one more index, because as in the previous diagram, BO can never be the index for this particular block. Compare these two blocks and see which is the index that you can form. So now the changes that you are trying to do is causing changes to happen between the blocks and the changes to happen in the index set also. So this is changes involving multiple blocks in the sequence set. This is one type of maintenance, and this has happened due to insertion. The second type of change can happen due to deletion. Changes involving multiple blocks in the sequence set due to deletion. That means, let's say you're deleting a record from one of the block, which is causing the index set also to change. That is the change that is involved in this maintenance. So you can see the description that is given here. A deletion from block 2. Let's say we are deleting a record from block 2. Previously, what was the data present in block number 2? Bolen and Cage. Let's say I have deleted the record called as Cage, which is causing an underflow in the block number 2. So when it causes an underflow, what are you supposed to do? You have to merge the two blocks. I have merged block number 2 and block number 3. So block number 2 is going to contain Bolen 2 names, that is record Dutton. Now, when the record number 2 is being updated, obviously the index is also going to change. Now, when the index set is also changing, the changes is involving multiple blocks. This is the second type of maintenance in the simple prefix B plus tree, wherein you are deleting a particular record which is causing underflow in the tree, which is causing underflow, and hence it is leading for merging in the blocks, merging between the blocks. And this merging is leading for the changes in multiple blocks. Not only the changes is restricted to sequences, the changes is even advancing to the index set. So this is nothing but changes involving multiple blocks in the sequence set. This is the case of deletion, and previously we have seen the case of insertion. In both the cases, it is leading to the changes of index set. This is the second type of maintenance. So quickly to summarize, simple prefix B plus tree maintenance is having two things. One is if the changes are limited to sequence set. The other one is if the changes are involving multiple blocks. If the changes are involving multiple blocks, it can be in the case of insertion or it can be in the case of deletion. So moving on to the next concept. So whatever we have studied, the diagrammatic representation, a little bit of explanation is given here. We will quickly go through it. So record insertion and deletion always takes place in the sequence set. Please understand, the record addition and deletion never takes place in the index set. This is the index set, so it never takes place here. The deletion and the addition takes place only in the sequence set, since that is the place where records are found. If splitting, merging, or redistribution is necessary, perform the operation at the first in the sequence set. You are going to perform the operation. It can be addition, it can be deletion, it can be merging, or it can be splitting. You're going to perform the operation first in the sequence set, then the changes are being propagated to the index set. If the blocks are split in the sequence set, a new separator must be inserted. What do you mean by blocks are split? There's a new block that is being added. In that case, you have to add a new separator. If the blocks are merged, that means one block is getting reduced. In that case, you have to remove one separator. If the records are distributed between the blocks in the sequence set, the value of the separator must be changed. So if you're just redistributing the records between the blocks, you need to just change the value of the index. You need not add a index, sorry, you need not add a separator. You need not add, delete a separator. You need to just change the value of the separator. This is nothing but maintenance of a simple prefix p plus tree. The next concept we will be studying is index set block size. That means, I hope you understood what is the meaning of an index set. This is nothing but the index set. The below leaf, whatever you are seeing, is the sequence set. This index of a B plus tree is called as an index set. What is the choice on the index set block size? What must be the size of the index set? Now in the explanation, they are not telling you what exactly should be the size. They're only telling you the consideration that you must take into account when you are fixing the index set block size. So let's see what are those considerations. The block size for the sequence set is usually chosen so that there is a good fit among this block size, the characteristics of the disk drive, the amount of memory available, the choice of an index set block size, and so on. So you have to see all these factors before you are setting the index set block size. What are the factors? The characteristics of the disk drive, whether you can fit this index set into the memory, whether they are feasible with the sequence set block size or not. All these features must be taken into consideration. The next consideration is the index set block and the sequence set blocks are often stored inside the same file. So you should make sure that the index set block size and the sequence set block size are almost the same. They can't differ in a very large quantity. So this is the second consideration you have to take into account when you are setting the size of the index set block. Next, we are going to discuss about internal structure of a index set block. What is the index set block? I'll show you again the diagram. This is nothing but an index set. We are going to see in detail what is the internal structure of a index set block. So can you see, this is a structure of an index set block. What is the structure? If you can understand, these are all the separators that are present. These are all the separators that are present in your simple prefix B plus tree. Next, these are the index to the separator. Each separator is having an index. That index is being stored, saved here. The next is relative block numbers, where the separator is actually present, in which block the separator is actually present. This is nothing but the relative block number. Apart from separators, index to the separators, and relative block numbers, you're also having two extra features. What are the two extra features? Separator count and the total length of separator. So what is the separator count? We need this to help us find the middle element in the index to the separator so that we can begin our binary search. So if you are knowing what is the separator count, we can divide the separator into half so that it will help us to find out where our element is. Whenever you are searching for a particular separator or for a particular record using binary search, we need to first divide it into half. So when you want to divide it into half, you need to first know the separator count. So this particular field is helping us in the process of searching. The next one is total length of separators. So what is this total length of separators? How much length this particular separator is occupying? Now, because we are using variable length records in our file structures, in the case of simple prefix B plus tree, we are using variable length records. This particular length of the separator is going to give us the idea till what is the length occupied by your separators, so that after that length, we know that the next data is going to start. So that is why we are using the total length of separators, because the record structure is that we are using here is variable length record. We should know where the separator is going to end. Because of this length, I know that after 28 characters, the separator's data is going to end and the next data is going to start. So that is the help of your total length separator. This whole thing is the structure of an index set block. So what are the fields that are present in an internal structure of an index set block, separators, index to the separators, relative block numbers. Apart from these three, you're also going to have separator count and total length of separators. So I hope what a separator count and total length of separator is clear. So today I have discussed about few concepts of simple prefix B plus tree. I hope it was helpful. Thank you all.